6 nights ago in Nice, I sat next to you. I asked you how England should set about to join Koscielny on the edge of the penalty area. And down goes number 6, Ragnar Sigurdsson, and the first free kick of significance is given by tonight's referee, the Dutchman, Bjorn Kuipers.
Yeah, I think it's Pogba.
Left-footed Goodmanson will cross, and here's Gylfi Sigurdsson! And the first shot on target tonight comes from Iceland.
And it came from a long throw-in, but they surprised everyone by changing the play. Going square, Sigurdsson with a nice bit of skill.
Conte, Sissoko combining with Giroud. Here's Payet, gets it back from Sissoko. Payet shot, and Halverson did spill it. But managed. Anderson. Sigurdsson has helped it on. This is Bjarnason. Cover.
Yeah, they both want to play released, really, and another sitter in there.
Here's Giroud getting it on between his through ball and scoring. It's Olivier Giroud for France. Couldn't have been simpler. His second goal of these championships. Released by Blaise Matuidi's through ball. Olivier Giroud found the corner of the net. And France have an early goal. Their first of the tournament.
There's good movement from Giroud. He finds the back four of Iceland. Semi-high up, they're quite high, they weren't too deep. They're in a decent position, but it's all about the weight of pass from Matuidi. Watch this. Look, he's going in behind. Onside for me, it's a beautifully weighted ball. He doesn't have to touch it, looks up, looks at the keeper, and he's drilled it low, kept it low, and greasy surface. Ball hits the back of the net. It's a great finish, goes through the legs at the end of the day, but it was all about the ball. What a fantastic ball. It's all right making that run as a striker. You can make 8 of them and the ball not delivered, but on a plate for him from Matuidi. And
Simons. 3 white shirts in the box. One of them is Budvarsson. Just able to... Griezmann takes. Oh, it's a fabulous header from Pogba, and France are 2 up. Towering header at the far post from Paul Pogba. And Iceland have got a long, long way to come back already. 2 goals in the opening 20 minutes. France in charge.
When you get a corner, you're asking for a good delivery. But when you get a delivery like that, and your opponents are marking zonal, you watch this. You've got blue shirts coming in. They've got the run on the zonal markers. Pogba comes running in. It's a perfect ball. They're on the run. The zonal markers are standing still, and Pogba rises above everybody and puts it in the back of the net. And that's the Achilles heel of zonal marking.
Found himself jumping against one of the strikers, Yondade Bøversen, and he timed the header magnificently well, but what into a Sigurdsson, he got the touch on, and that was very nearly a goal for Yondade Bøversen. France were undone there. It was the old 1-2, and France couldn't do anything about it.
It's an absolute replica of the goal they scored against England. Fortunately, as I've said before, France have actually really learnt a lot from our problems, and I think it's
Umtiti
Umtiti that stayed with the runner, closed the runner, because you always...
It's Gylfi Sigurdsson. And it found its way all the way through to Lloris. Sweeney forward to Griezmann. Sissoko onto Payet. Here comes Salia in support. 4 blue shirts in the middle. One of them Olivier Giroud. Down to Antoine Griezmann. Dimitri Payet. It's Payet again. It's France over the hills and far away, heading for the semi-finals.
It's another beautifully created goal, Clive. All one round down this right side, 1-2 touch football. Bang, bang, bang. They get in behind. They keep it alive in the penalty area. Griezmann just lays one into Payet, and we've seen him do it time and time again for West Ham. Shifts it one way on his left foot and cuts it back. It's a super goal, it really is, and they've passed Iceland off the pitch this first half. They really have.
Scored dramatic late goals in each of the 2 opening games against Romania and Albania. This is his third at the tournament.
It's a nice layoff, and there's the little... drags the ball away from the four defenders that are going to try and close him. He creates his own space, and then it's back where the keeper would have been in the bottom corner. He knows exactly what he's doing. Fabulous goal again. Great tournament he's having.
And he is now joint leading goal scorer with Antoine Griezmann. Alvaro Morata has gone home. And the second from a set piece after 20 minutes. They did survive one or two scares. Here's Griezmann going clear. Antoine Griezmann deliciously done. 4-0 to France. Just for a minute or two, Dimitri Payet was joint leading goal scorer in this tournament. But with the 100th goal of the tournament, his fourth, Antoine Griezmann makes it 4-0.
Again, this French team, they're on fire. They're on absolute fire. Movement of the ball, 1 and 2 touch football. Iceland just can't live with them. They make that movement and that sort of ability to pass the ball. Giroud tries to make the flick, I think. We'll have a look at it in a minute. Don't know if he gets enough on it, but it's a wonderful bit of artistry. Look, there's the ball into there. A little flick, half misses it, but the movement is just so good from Griezmann, and what a finish. Messi-like. We've seen Messi do that so many times, but on his favourite, he's got the time, takes his time, he knows keepers come in, and full of confidence. Wonderful, wonderful play, and this French side looking at their very best at the moment.
Not quite sure what that's all about. I'm not sure I want to know. But that left foot of Antoine Griezmann is a wand. Tournament matches in France without defeat. The one that goes back to the very first European Championship here in... Tweedy. Played it off to Sissoko. Here's Antoine Griezmann, and now Dimitri Payet. And actually both of them fluffed their lines. Griezmann's touch was heavy and Payet's shot was mishit.
Surprisingly, they did, but they were lining up, weren't they? They had blue shirts coming from everywhere, but it was really good play. The build-up from the back was patient, but once they get in behind the midfield, they're really decisive.
Griezmann into Sissoko. Back to Pogba. Headed away by Patrice Evra. Siverson. Goodness. Gylfi Sigurdsson. Well, that's a devil of a ball, and they score. Sigurdsson's got one back. Steered in by Corbijn Sigurdsson, who squeezed that winner past Joe Hart in Nice. He's reduced the deficit to France 4, Iceland 1.
That's a wonderful ball. Sigurdsson, and the centre forward just gets across the front of the defence, just gets his toe there. Sigurdsson, but it's a beautiful ball, it really is. Hasn't got much yardage to deliver it. It's perfect. Lloris on his heels doesn't want to even come and try and collect it because the ball was so good.
Drive. Pogba with a drive. Gathered by
the angle with the bend that we'll put on it.
Bent in towards Giroud! 5-1. Normal service resumed by the man who started it all tonight. And Olivier Giroud now has 3 goals at the tournament. He won't want to come off.
They want to play in the semi-finals as well, don't they? I said it was all about Payet's delivery, and when it's central like that, you have to put some swaz on it. You have to get it curling to create the angle. It's a beautifully fighted ball, it really is. And Giroud, fantastic finish. Here might be coming the change now. Look at the curl he's put on it. So it creates the angle. Goalkeeper in no man's land. Fabulous header. Great header, brave. Don't know, he could be coming off now, is he?
Well, Andre Pierre Gignac is stripped off and ready to come on, who is the other main striker in the squad, and sure enough, Olivier Giroud is going to be rested. Here comes the latest from Goodison. Flicked on by Sigurdsson and volleyed pretty smartly by Finnbogason.
They do it so well. It's so simple, but they still get that first touch. They get the first touch, and the second runners are coming in, and they know exactly what they're doing. And you know, as the opponents, you know exactly what they're doing.
Goodmanson of Charlton Athletic. Oh, it's a really good one and a fine save by Lloris. It's a proper chance, wasn't it? It was Ingerson, the substitute, flying in.
Yeah, great ball in, fabulous reflexes. He made up with the save.
He's come for that one and just helped it on its way. Finnbogason. Counter, here goes Sissoko. Options left and right. Dimitri Payet. Still going. It was Ingerson who got back. It is only a corner.
Fabulous counter-attacking again, wasn't it? Sissoko's power. Just muscle Sigurdsson off the ball, and they're on, look, 4 blue shirts against 3. Iceland do well. They give cover on the inside. They make Payet go on the outside, so the angle is cut.
Goal by Sigurdsson, who got the Icelandic goal this evening, will now give, and he's on the ball.
You get the feeling it's a nostalgic substitution, Clive, at this stage of the game, and lovely to see him on the pitch.
Here's a chance though, and it's scored again! Becker Bjarnason heads it in, and it's 5-2. Terrific cross. What spirit, eh?
Well, we said earlier, give them credit, the spirit they've got. They're still getting players forward. Quality crossing as well.
It's great cross, and it is Bjarnason.
Bjarnason, great header as well, down in that bottom corner. Showing great character to keep going. And they're still pressing now. Look, 4 or 5 players straight away pressing the French.
To Gignac. Now Coman. Easy enough for Iceland's film director, Griezmann. This is Sissoko! Oh, that is wild.
Come forward, Iceland. Look, the bodies they've got forward, nothing to lose now.
Siversen, and there's no flag here, and Lloris is committed, and it needed Mangala to turn it behind. There's just no such thing as a lost cause to this Icelandic team.
Siversen, the fullback, gets himself really forward.
Goodmanson takes. It's headed down by Ingerson, and Gudjonsson was looking for the bits.
Gudjonsson was totally free. He came round the back all on his own. It's only got to drop to him and he scores. Look at him. It's in the 6-yard, but he can't believe it himself. That comes to him on the volley. I think he scored.
Gignac. Griezmann looking for another goal. Has to make do with the corner.
Yeah, that was better from Gignac, wasn't it? Little nutmeg's pass into Griezmann. He goes again, but Griezmann's having none of it. He's going for his own nutmeg time.
France have been in control all night. They stride into the semi-finals of their European Championships. Didier Deschamps and co are on course. Germany next for them. For Iceland next, a hero's return to Reykjavik. It's almost all smiles inside Stade de France this evening, because those Iceland fans will be every bit as proud as the French supporters. They have decorated this tournament with their spirit and their drive, and they have surprised more than 1 or 2 en route, but no surprise tonight. France won it comfortably by 5-2.
Iceland leave having made so many friends, but it's France through to the semi-finals against Germany. What a game that will be on Thursday in Marseille. And the thoughts of Manu Petit, Ryan Giggs and Lee Dixon coming up after the break.
Yeah.